Previously on Dungeons and Dragons.
And you come across sort of the same thing that Davey came across, the road that you would have missed if you weren't paying attention, just because it's sort of like between, sort of trees and stuff here. And you see that there's looks like a road sign that's going to go up, and it says Selena Street. Davey, what are you doing? Are you going in? You've got the window open.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in.
Because it's like you get in, so you pull the window up, you pull yourself up, you get in, you're looking around, and like you can still just vaguely see machinery. And again, it's a house site; it's not like a gigantic warehouse. You head into the woods, moving down the trail. You can see that like the bike went around the gate. Again, you can walk around the gate. It's just sort of to block the road. The road starts getting muddy, and you see the bike continue, and eventually you see the house in the distance.
I will point out the bike to anyone who is following me.
So I will start hobbling at max speed over to the house.
Why are you hobbling?
My old wrestling injuries.
Whatever you want to do. I saw your guys being weirdly fit for his age. So
all right, I love that.
No, like Burt Lancaster, who was still lifting weights at like 70 on screen. You're like, man.
Yeah.
All right, so you sort of everyone climbs in, and again it's dark. You can see like there's sorts of like machinery and stuff in here. You start looking around, and you do see that it looks like Davey had sort of tripped over something. Davey, you sort of look up, and you're sort of there, and you guys are scanning around. And it is at this point in time that there is a large flash of light outside the windows on one side of the house. There's like something that might be like a trap door in the floor.
Like kind of start to help brush him off. Are you okay? What happened?
I mean, I was just following this trail, and then I went in and I saw this house, and I figured I'd investigate it.
Why didn't you come home first? You were worried sick.
Sick, I tell you.
I'm sorry, guys, but there was this truck, and it was like driving around, and then it just like disappeared. It was really weird, and I just was like, wow.
I'm sorry. I have to go back. A truck disappeared?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to go over to Sandy's house. We were going to hang out and talk about punk rock. But then I saw this truck, and it was all black. And I was like, whoa, this truck looks suspicious. So I got my bike and was like, I'm going to chase it down. And then like, I went to this park, and it was there. And then it wasn't there. It was gone. And I listened to it with my ear, but it just didn't really go well. And then I figured maybe they went down here, and I saw this house. Maybe they're like in the house, because sometimes these houses, they have like stuff that like people are hiding in. So I just went over there, and it was like, I'm gonna try my way in, but then I fell.
Where are we going?
North.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Therapeutic benefit in role-playing games.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah, baby. Your presence requested in exchange for treasures.
Red River.
Are we talking one treasure each?
Count that.
What we would have seen on television was like as the trucks returned into the cul-de-sac and turned down this road quickly, Davey came behind and continued going around the circle and did not notice that the truck had gone in here. So the truck's tracks might continue, but again, things are getting muddy, and the house attracted Davey to where they're going. So that the muddiness is that's part of it too. Sort of like maybe that's why they stopped building down here, because they realized like, oh, we can't. Didn't keep them from building the house here though. So just what it was. So sort of like, if we had been watching the scene as viewers, we would have seen the truck turn in, take a sharp turn. 1, 2, 3 beats later, Davey comes around the corner, and so I was like, I'll keep going down the road. I'll find the truck. It comes back around, no truck. So,
okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify. So, all right. So we saw the lights come on. I don't know if you guys are like trying to stay hidden, if you're going to look at what's happening. And the lights are in the distance, mind you. They're just like those big sort of like industrial, construction site lights. You do start hearing some sort of like machinery, like some sort of like sounds of construction-y stuff sort of from, over there. And again, we're talking, it's a ways away. You can't quite see what's happening but that's sort of the situation. You sort of hear stuff.
So I will, now that like I've established that Davey's okay, and he's not like hurt or anything.
Yeah.
I will get up, and I'll kind of I'll go over to the window, but I'm not going to stand in front of it. I'm going to
you'll stand to the side and look. Yeah.
And peer over and look out and see if I can see anything going on at this supposed construction site or whatever it is.
Okay, so you look out, and you're sort of peering out, and you can see that there's stuff there, but it looks like where the stuff is happening is below elevation-wise where you are. Does that make sense? So you can't quite see what's happening, as it looks like it's down sort of in a pit or whatever,
So it's almost like we can kind of just see like the light sticking out a little bit from like a hilly area. Okay, cool.
Yes. So what you would guess is that so you would sort of looking out and you can sort of see the road, somewhat under the moonlight and these lights here. It's backlit things now. You can see that stuff goes up, and again, because you're near the water, and you can see stuff, but it looks like sort of the elevation drops some, and maybe it's heading down, somewhere, but there definitely is sort of an elevation drop. And the stuff happening is happening lower than where you are. So you can hear the sound of stuff, you can see the lights, coming, and but you cannot quite see what's happening.
Okay, so I kind of like turn around and Davey, I think you might have been onto something. What? There's definitely something going on down the way there.
All right, guys, want to go investigate?
Before we do that, and I kind of just like take a look at the trap door on the ground. Like, Sawyer did just mention this trap door. What? I wonder what this is all about.
Open her up.
There doesn't seem to be any way to open it from, there's no handle or anything. It's just, like, you can't quite do something. If you guys want to make a roll to try and figure something out, we can do that. But there doesn't seem to be, it's not like, we'll just pull the handle and open the trap door, so.
Okay.
So it's like an actual trap door, kind of like a decoy in some ways.
It's not a decoy, it's just, you notice it as you're here, like it's a cement floor, but then part of it, you can see that there's definitely an outline, and you would guess that it might be some sort of, something or other, so.
Okay.
Some sort of console that is inside here.
You can, if you want to if someone wants to make a thought roll, you can feel free to do so.
Yeah.
You also all have cybernetics to some degree. If someone wanted to punch it open or rip it out or anything along those lines, these are all things that can be done.
All right, I'll look for the console first. I rolled a 12.
So that's a thought roll, and you got a 12. So you're sort of looking around, and you're sort of like, you're thinking about where it would be, and you do eventually find sort of like a wall panel that you pop open, and you do find sort of a classic touch key sort of console.
Amazing. So this is where I'll activate my cybernetics, since I have electrical interface.
Yes. Perfect. So
awesome.
So we see you sort of sort of power up and do your thing, and you take a wire out of your pocket and plug it into your wrist and sort of wrap it around the cables leading to the console. And you close your eyes, and we see there's like weird sort of like light emanating from behind your lids as little electricity is coursing through your veins. And let's make a roll. And we'll just, are you using a special effect point?
Yes.
Okay. So spend one special effect point. You're going to roll 4 dice and keep the best 2. And so slow down. You would normally roll 4 dice and keep the best 2. This is an obstacle of 1 die. So you're going to roll 3 dice and keep your best.
8.
Fail or succeed?
Succeed.
Okay. So we see you do this, and we see your sort of hand come up, and your eyes are closed, and we see you punch in a code, and then we see sort of a large spark, and it knocks you back onto the ground, sort of dazed, and then we hear, and we see
then you hear Sawyer's laughter.
We see the door sort of slide open, sort of come up like that. So, and you're sort of kind of dazed and a little bit out of it for right now. But you did indeed open the door. So,
Popsy saves the day again.
Sawyer doesn't like that. Sawyer doesn't like Popsy. Sawyer cannot be happy with that. And
he's just taking in solace that he got a little injured.
Popsy gave up control. Popsy's like, it's all Sawyer. It's all Sawyer.
I know.
Is that where Sawyer's like, that's right, old man. Okay, so yes, the trap door does open, and you sort of look down and you see there's a ladder going down.
Can we tell how deep it goes?
It looks like it goes down about 20 feet, and it ends on one of those sort of metal, sort of like walkway things, and you can like flash the light down. It looks like, you can't quite see it, but it looks like there's definitely something interesting down here. It's not just a basement.
All right, Sawyer will then turn to Davy and Ellie and say, "I'll take point. I'll let you know when it's all clear," and he will descend down the ladder.
Okay. So you sort of head down, ladder ends, and there's sort of like a walkway, and you look around, and you're in there's a relatively large open space down here. And you can see there are walkways below you and stuff, and you can see off in the distance. So imagine another, sort of 2 levels down of walkways. Now it's not. There's another ladder you can take down. There's stairs and stuff like this. It's sort of open up all around here. So you can see maybe another 3 levels, maybe another 40 feet. You can see there's like a hallway heading off into place. And there's a little bit of light emanating from that hallway.
Okay, do I see any people or any signs of other people other
Just
than
the
light?
light in the hallway. But no, you don't see any signs of people right now.
Okay, I'll give a.
If you want to try and make a roll to check that, you can.
I'll definitely make a roll to just see if there's anybody around me, so I can give the all clear signal.
Adventure's your best stat, correct?
Yes.
So let's roll adventure, and so just I won't add any obstacles to it. So whatever your adventures, roll and keep the best 2 or worst 2. I think you have a good adventure, so.
That is a 10.
10. So we see you sort of like moving down, and you go all the way down to that hallway where the light's coming from, and you sort of listen, and then you look around carefully, sort of standing in the shadows, but like trying to like look in. You would imagine there are people down here, but not where you are, if that makes sense. Like it appears that like this light hasn't been on for years, just sitting here. This light has been turned on relatively recently, from what you can tell. Does that make sense?
Right. Yep. So there's nobody in like my immediate area, but there might be people here.
Absolutely not. And because like you're good at adventure, you can climb back up quickly. You look good doing it, and you can let the other people know if you want. So.
I will do that. Like there's definitely somebody else here, but the immediate room below is clear. I would say let's go down but before that changes.
Okay. So I would like whoever the brains of the party is to make a thought roll, and then I would like adventure rolls from. I just want one general adventure roll. So just someone who only 3 dice, and we'll keep it at that to see if you guys can sort of get down there quickly. I'm not gonna make it.
Doesn't Ellie have a pretty decent adventure?
Yeah,
You're muted, Nate.
Davies the brands. Ellie's
Yes, I do.
adventure.
Okay. So let's have Ellie make an adventure roll. We'll just call it 3 dice. Keep the best 2. We'll have Davey make a thought roll.
Best 2 would be a 9.
Okay.
For me, it's an 8.
Okay. So I'm guessing you're going to want to succeed, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Like
you
it's
sort
down to me,
of
Popsies.
you sort of lead the way, sort of doing your thing. You get down there quietly and doing your stuff. And Davey, you're sort of looking around, and you get to where sort of the hallway was. So like Ellie, sorry, you've been down here. You sort of you motion down that's where you have to go, and you've given instructions. Ellie gets down there just fine, and sort of leads the way for everyone else. And you're all trying to be quiet and stealthy and spy-like. And it is at this point that you turn around and notice that Davey is not behind you. And Davey, make an adventure roll. Oh, nice. So Davey noticed something, and we see him, and he finds another keypad thing, and he tries something. Just his instincts is telling him to do something. And he does it, and you hear a sort of sound start going, and Davey loses his footing and ends up holding on to one of these catwalks as we see sort of a large missile silo open. And fortunately, Davey did not end up falling down into the missile silo. We all, as viewers, breathe a sigh of relief, and you've made it down here, and you hear the sound of the missile silo. And we see the red light start flashing, and let's go with Popsy. Popsy, make a thought roll.
And 8.
8. You want to fail or succeed, Popsy?
Always succeed.
Always give up control of your character.
Always give up control.
Okay, Popsy. Popsy runs in to the hallway, takes his wire out, plugs in a number on a keypad there. The door clings behind, leaving Ellie and Sawyer and Davey on the other side of the door. He has entered deep into the building, and he's motioning for you to leave. You can't hear him. We're behind a huge blast door, and he's motioning for you all to go. The light flashes, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the starts heading off. So it looks like Popsy is going to take one for the team here and fight off whoever may go and sort of, have all of you try and escape. So that's what Popsy did. Good job, Popsy. So what do you guys want to do? We have 2 actions left in Act 4 before we move to Act 5. So basically, Popsy ran into the hallway, closed the door behind you to try and protect you, it seems. And it looks like he's going to try and distract, and we can hear, coming down as the alarm sounds up, and we hear, sort of people, off in the distance coming to, where they will engage with Popsy if he has his way.
So, I guess I'll grab, I'll grab Davy by the arm and start running and be like, let's go, like looking at Sawyer as well, like, let's go, like, we gotta get out of here.
Okay.
So just kind of start running. I'll start running back in the direction of the ladder. Okay.
Sounds good. Sawyer, are you going as well?
Yeah, Sawyer definitely wants to make sure that that both Ellie and Davy are okay.
Okay, so let's have Ellie make an adventure roll, and we will have Sawyer make an adventure roll.
All right. So my best 2 would all be a 9 again.
Okay. And Sawyer.
I'm sorry, what was I rolling again?
Adventure.
Adventure. I also got a 9.
Okay, so you grab them and you look up, and so you both got the same thing. Do you want to fail or succeed?
I'm almost thinking fail, but
I was thinking I was going to fail to kind of like self-sacrifice to make sure that you 2 got out okay.
Okay, I'll go with the succeed then.
Okay, so the other thing you can do with the intention system in Retrostar is you can succeed and hinder another character, or you can fail and help another character, and this seems like a perfect place for that. So Sawyer will choose to fail, but he will assist Ellie. Does that sound right?
Sounds good to me.
So yeah. roll another 2 dice. Well, we don't need to do it. We would have done it before. Just letting you know. So you would have gotten another 2 dice to roll and been able to keep your best roll. So this sounds like a perfect thing. So Ellie, you and Davy, you grab Davy. You guys head up. You're pushing Davy in front of you. We're the faster one. You guys get up. We see the thing close, and we see Sawyer down. And Sawyer, do you want to go in and help Popsy?
Yeah. Now that both Ellie and Davy are safe. Now his motivation is, well, I can't have Popsy save the day by himself. Can't let him have all the glory.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.